How do you feel about mythology in general? I've often thought that maybe the saddest thing about if we became an atheist nation would be that we would be the first age without its own mythology. But I really don't think that'd be the case. I really think the things that we have now, like our Spider-Man and our X-Men and even this crappy Lord of the Rings, which I really kind of hate, things like that I think would become our mythology. And I think mythology is fucking great. I think it really reflects, a time and a place and an attitude, So I'm all for mythology. I think mythology is fucking awesome. And if the Bible was just mythology and people didn't take it as literal truth or try to derive morality from it, then I'd be fine with it. I mean, I think there's some really good stories in there. I think Sodom and Gomorrah is a fucking sweet story. I mean, a guy, some God sends some fucking angels into this town, and then the townspeople are like, man, I gotta get me some of that ass. Hey, Lot, send them two sexy bitches out here, man. I'm gonna rape that motherfucker in the ass. No, take my virgin daughters instead. No, send the guy out here. I don't want no girl cunt today. I need me some boy pussy. Yeah. I'm gonna get me some angel. And then God fucking burns the city down and turns Lot's wife to salt. And then Lot, the supposedly only righteous man in this fucking city, fucks his daughters because his daughters think that the world has fucking ended and that they have to procreate the race. I mean, you cannot not love that story. I mean, the only thing that ruins that story partially is that people think it actually fucking happened. Let's move on. What religion angers you most and why? Scientology. Because it has science in the name, and yet is not at all scientific. And I don't like Tom Cruise. Have you ever given any thought to the fact that one day you may fall in love with someone who may not believe what you do in life? How would children be raised? How would wedding, hand fasting, honor ceremony be conducted? Would they be? I don't really think that I express love in the same way that most people do. Marriage would kind of maybe possibly... I mean, I don't know. I think marriage would be out of the question if I continue thinking the way I do now. But if I were to find a girl that was someone I fell in love with and really wanted to marry, and I changed all my views on my own nature sexually and all that, and I decided that I was going to go the traditional route and get married to somebody, then, I don't know. I mean, I guess if I'm going to go that far, if I decide to get married, then I've already profaned my ideas on the whole concept of what I want in a relationship, so I might as well profane all myself in every other way, too. I don't give a shit. As long as she doesn't try to raise the kids Christian. I mean, I wouldn't raise the kids atheist either. I just raise the kids, to not believe anything in particular, and they can decide for themselves at a certain age what they want to believe. If my kids at fucking 13 years old want to believe that there's a magical sky daddy in the fucking clouds, I'm gonna call them fucking idiots, just like I call anyone else who believes in that shit a fucking idiot. But I'll still love them, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. So, that's cool. And, let's see. Do you think a human could mate with a chimpanzee? I know I could, baby. If you do that, you can impregnate a chimpanzee, but the fetus will not make it past the... I think it dies in the first trimester, maybe the second. Anyway, it's not recommended. I mean, I wouldn't recommend fucking a chimp. If you really want to, I don't really have any moral qualms against it, but go ahead. What is the worst movie you've ever seen? Personally, I'd go with Home Alone 4. P.S. I also thought... Okay, that's not anything you give a shit about. What's the worst movie I've ever seen, ever? Um, I don't know. Maybe. I usually like bad movies as a thing, so I don't know. There has to be movies so bad that it wasn't even enjoyable for being bad. Probably a romantic comedy. Let's see, because I had to watch a lot of those with my mom because she likes them so much, and my dad likes them too, mysteriously enough. Let's see. Fuck, I don't know. Probably something with Julia Roberts in it. My best friend's wedding was pretty terrible. I don't know. Oh, no. I don't know. I don't really know what the worst movie I've ever seen was. Do you see that you are becoming a caricature of an atheist? A caricature, yeah. I don't know, maybe. I think that some element of self-mockery is kind of warranted. I mean, I can't just be fucking... if you try to be serious all the time, eventually... It's better to be a self-caricature than be caricatured by other people, I think, anyway. Are the members of your closest family atheists, and if not, what is their general opinion on you being one? They're really not, but they don't really try to convert me or anything either. In fact, really, I try to convert them more often than they try to convert me. They're never going to come up against me. See, they're never, my members of my family are not going to try to convert me to Christianity because they know that if they try that, I would fight back. I would challenge their belief system. A Christian does not try to start an argument with an atheist for the most part, because they know that they're going to get fucking spanked if they try it. Okay? They can't fucking win. Alright? If you look at it from a purely rational point of view, there's no fucking winning from them. The only thing that the only trump card they have is that whole faith thing. And I've even tried to take that away from them. So, they don't try anything with me. I try shit with them more often than not. Do you think that the unclear difference between a soul and a God in all religions, not just the big three, truly gives a good argument for disbelief in all things supernatural, even without the argument from evidence? I say so, since a God is basically a spirit of spirit steroids. Really, why not worship the spirit of a mosquito? What? I don't follow. I'm not following that question. I don't know. I'm not. I don't get it. I don't even understand what you're kind of trying to say. Sorry if that made sense. I'm not. I don't have whatever it takes to understand that. It's not in here. I mean, sorry, buddy. Maybe better luck next time. Let's see. If you had a deeply religious mother like mine, would you tell her you were an atheist even if you knew it would hurt her, or would you just pretend to be a Christian to make her happy? If you would be honest with her, would you then try to convince her there is no God, or let her be happy because it helps her cope with grief, lost loved ones, and gives her obvious happiness? I don't know. I mean, if I had a strongly, like, staunchly religious person in my family, like my mother, if my mother was a hardcore Christian instead of like an ultimately moderate Christian, then I don't know. I would basically, I would not pretend to be a Christian. I'll tell you that much. I wouldn't pretend it. I don't give a shit how much it hurts her fucking feelings. I'm not gonna fucking pretend to be something I'm not just to fucking appease somebody. To me, that's. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I would, I don't know. It depends on how fucking much of a Christian she was, I guess. If she wanted me to go to church and do all that shit, no way. But if she just needed me to act as though I believed in a higher power around her,